Okay, it's been really tense here, so. But you saved my life, so thank you.
Or you worried I'd gone home?
Okay, but I don't think that many of these young people here are very familiar with Ken Loach's work. So how did you end up with Ken Loach's film? I think he's somebody everybody wants to work with.
Yeah, Ken Loach is a hero really of mine. I wanted to work with him for years. He's a very brave a filmmaker, and so the fact that he was making a film in Ireland, where I'm from, was amazing. And to make a film about something that's very, very important still in Ireland, which is religion and the power of the church in Ireland. And those were the reasons that I was delighted when he asked me. You don't really audition for Ken Loach. You go in and he talks to you, and you don't do any acting, or he sort of gets your vibe. And he thought, maybe mistakenly, that I was a good Catholic priest, obedient person. But I was pleased that I got away with that.
How was it? Do you have? You're born in Ireland, so
yeah.
do you have experienced this troubled times from the past with your family, and have you?
Yeah, I mean, I think
the
film is about the control that the church had over young people, particularly, and that continued right up to when I was growing up. There was a lot of abuse really in the Catholic Church, and that came up really when I was 10 or 11. A huge amount of abuse cases were revealed within the Catholic Church, and it was a very upsetting time for people who were very obedient and very devoted to the church. And so yeah, it's definitely has a hold on the people of Ireland. But I think it's great when someone like Ken is able to see it from a distance, really, to be able to see the country from a distance. And he wanted the character that I play. I said that I would have done the catering in the film because I was so happy to be there, and he wanted to have a sort of a young character in it who represented maybe a more tolerant section of the Catholic Church, and that's what my little part in it is. Yeah.
How does it work? Did you have a really perfect written script?
No. The way that Ken works is that you don't know. I didn't know what the story of the film was at all, and he doesn't tell you anything. And day by day, he hands you secretly a piece of script. You really think, what the hell? So you don't know what's going to happen. So I didn't know. You don't do any rehearsal. You turn up on the day, and then he'll say, you don't know. So I didn't. Barry Ward, who plays Jimmy, I didn't meet at all in the whole. Even though we filmed it in Sligo, which is a tiny little village. So he likes to keep it very secretive, and he doesn't like anybody to know what's happening in the film, which I think is great. You feel very excited because then it means you're not caught doing any acting. It means that you're just reacting really. And so there's a scene in it, I think, where my character loses his temper, and so he writes down the lines, very, very basic lines, but you don't have to really learn them. You just have to sort of get a sense of them. So a lot of that stuff was just sort of stuff that you improvise on the day. So it's a very exciting way of working, and one of the chief reasons I was delighted to be there.
And you do a lot of theatre work also,
yeah.
Is this very difficult for you to work like this?
No, I found it amazing. I love doing a bit of improvisation. I like doing all things that are a little bit weird. So yeah. No, it was great. Anything that's a bit different. I just did a film. I don't know if it's come out here, called Lock with Tom Hardy, which is all just voice stuff, which is all improvised as well. And so I like a bit of that as well.
How are you dividing your career, your life now? Because it's more theatre, or are you now starting to to orient more to the film?
Oh no, I've just done a play in London, so I won't be doing a play now for another little while. It's very tiring. So I'll be doing a bit of everything, a bit of TV and a bit of film, and we've got this film Pride that I've just come from New York, where we were opening this movie called Pride, and it's coming here, I believe, in January.
It's coming in January. So
it's a really, it's a really beautiful new film called Pride, and I've been doing that, and I've got this new version of Frankenstein, the new Frankenstein story.
And your role is?
Well, they're excited. I play a character called Turpin, who's kind of the religious guy, ironically, versus the science guy. James McAvoy and Daniel Radcliffe are in it, and they're here. That's them. I'm joking.
Okay, can we get some questions from the audience?